Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For today's review, we're taking a look at the Great Murder God. I can't even read that bottom part, but his official hero name, but realistically this is Katsuki Bakugo. This is the S.H. Figuarts Bakugo. I know that Figma had released one as well as Revoltech, so this is the third Bakugo we're getting in action figure form. That's like an import. The front of the box, you see Bakugo there, and then a picture of him with some of his accessories. On the side, you see a couple of faces he comes with. And then on the back, you see more of Bakugo doing his thing, and then a nice Photoshop photo from Tamashii Nations. Then again on the side, just a picture of the figure. So let's open this guy up and see if he's worth adding to your collection. And here's Bakugo out of his packaging. And I have to say this is probably my favorite look for Bakugo, so I'm glad they made this design and didn't just revert to the standard costume. The black is, I think it's molded in this black plastic, and then they paint it over with the orange. There's some overspray with the orange, like right there, but for the most part it's pretty clean. The back doesn't have anything on it. The green is really nice deep green. Knee pads are nice and shiny, boots are nice and thick, pretty cool. And then most of his face is hidden underneath his little neck piece, but the default face he comes with looks really nice as well. So aesthetic-wise, I think they did a great job on this guy, but let's see what his articulation is like. So for articulation, his head doesn't look like it goes up at all, but the neck can move around freely in here. I want to say it's probably because of this hair. This hair doesn't necessarily move. I don't have his little like head fins on either. Also, be careful putting this back on. His hair is super spiky and it will hurt your hand. Alright, so head articulation is pretty much not there. He doesn't do anything with that looking up. Looking down is that much. He can bury his face basically into his collar. It's a little bit of side-to-side tilt. The only annoying thing is that when you lift his head up a little bit and this collar comes with it, like this whole piece moves, but there's a huge gap that forms right in the front, which is not great. Don't like that. Then, let me see if I can, I'm trying to finagle to see if his head really can move anymore, but I don't think it can. I'm kind of actually pressing on the back hair and making it kind of deform to the suit. I wish they would have made this like they made this collar piece like a softer piece in order to allow him to move a little bit more, but I guess that's what we get from Tamashii Nations. His arms go up about this much. So one arm is going up higher than the other because of, I think this is literally, there we go. So he's got this like reverse butterfly joint that literally just allows him to get his arms like all the way up, like complete Y, which is really cool. He does have a bicep swivel up here, and then it does swivel right here, or it's actually on a ball peg right here, where the wrist and the forearm connect to this grenade piece. And then for his butterfly joint, he can hug himself if you want to, or he can reach over and pull the pin on one of his grenades. And from the back, that's what that looks like. Not bad. Leaning back, you can go back very far. But of course, you're going to get that gap right there. And then leaning forward, he goes forward very far as well. Still a big gap right here, but not as bad. I mean, you're not really going to be looking at that. He does have double jointed elbows, even with these gauntlets on. And then the wrist inside the grenade is on the standard ball hinge. For his legs, he can split about this far. So not complete splits, but I guess it's far enough. He does have a thigh swivel. He can kick up about this much. He doesn't have any kind of drop down. Double jointed knees. These look really ugly, I'm not gonna lie. These are not great. I think I like the Revoltech ones a lot more, but yeah, I guess they get the job done. And then he has a boot swivel up here. And then for the feet themselves, they can go about that much, go down about that much. And then you can get an ankle rocker, which is really nice. And the toe joint works. Yeah, this figure has a lot of weird engineering. I don't know. I still think I like the Revoltech articulation more. I just wish they would have done this outfit on him. The cool thing is that these grenades are on like little, I think they're either on a peg or like a little ball joint or something, because they can move around. Oh, it looks like they're on a ball joint in there. They could probably fall off, but they're pretty secured on mine, but you can kind of move them around and rotate them if you want to. But yeah, this guy could definitely get into poses. It's just, I don't know. I'm not too much of a fan of how they kind of engineered him, to be honest with you. But he does look good. I just wish he wasn't so gappy, especially in the head. Like, that's pretty disappointing. He can't really look up too much. He's always kind of has his face in his collar. But I guess that's the way he's supposed to look in the show, so can't complain too much. Alright, so with articulation out of the way, let's get into his accessories. Alright, so Bakugo comes with quite a bit of stuff. So first off, he comes with 4 extra faces. So the first face, he's got this smirking one. Looks really nice. Can't complain. Really nice shading, really nice face printing. Looks like Bakugo. He has this yelling face, where the eyes are super angry and expressive. Looks really good. And then he has this, like, cocky, yelling face, which is pretty typical of Bakugo. Looks good, too. And then he's got a neutral face when he's not wearing, you know, his superhero mask or anything that you could put on him. And looks like he's got the different bangs for that, too, or the different back of the hairpiece that don't have the holes in the back for you to put in his fins. And speaking of those, he does come with them. 2 pairs are really nicely sculpted and painted, and they just plug it in the back via ball peg, and then they can move around. Then he comes with a couple sets of hands. So he has a set of these hands right here that are kind of grippy, attacking. Can say he's gonna like explode something with these hands. He has a pair of like splayed out action pose hands. These are really nicely sculpted and really dynamic. I really like these. Then he has another pair of like explodey grippy hands, but these have a peg in them because you can put the explosion accessory in these. And that explosion accessory is really, really nice. Really nice see-through plastic with like some light yellow airbrushing on top of it. Really nice. So that's all for his base accessories. Now if you buy the Plus Ultra pack from Tamashii Nations, you get a ton of other stuff. So you get this piece here that can connect onto him. You have to remove this little piece on his back, and then this will go on there. And then from here, there's a bunch of little holes. So then, and be careful because this is easily broken. But you can put these poles in here. And then this rotates as well, and it's on a ball peg. And then from there, you can put his little guns onto it. Let's see. It's gonna go in. I don't think it's gonna go in. I don't want to. This is it's so fragile that I'm afraid to press it in unless it breaks. So I'm not gonna press it in. It's scaring me. But yeah, you can get his little launcher. It's got the belt here for the bullets. It's really nice. That's cool. I haven't watched My Hero Academia in a long time, and I don't think I was around when he had this attachment. I've just seen the movies, and he didn't have them in the movies. But that's cool that they added that in. You also get some more hands that's kind of a little bit more calm, not really as splayed out as these ones. But it looks like You can't fit that in there. But they do have a peg in them as well. And I think... Let me see. It's for this huge explosion effect that he comes with. Or it's more like sparkles. So it's this like sparkly effect. Like when he's like sparking and about to explode everyone basically. Then you could put this hand in there. You just kind of wiggle it in there and then that's how that looks. So that's pretty cool. I like this effect. And then you can have him with the normal gauntlets if you don't want him with the big grenades. These are nicely painted, so you can just take this off like this. And then you pull off this piece if it wants to come off easily. Let me see. There we go. And then, is this the right side? Hopefully. You know, doing this on camera is super difficult. Hang on one second. Alright, I'm back, and here he is without the big grenade gauntlets on, and he's got the slimmed down version when he's not, you know, wearing those. I think this is pretty cool. This is awesome. This just came in the base offering for the figure, to be honest with you. I don't know why they lock that behind an accessory pack, but regardless, this is pretty cool. And I think I actually just might keep him like this on the shelf. Like, that looks really nice, really sleek. And then you can kind of better see the articulation of how he can get his arms across his chest. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Looks good. And then the final thing that he comes with that's on his side of the accessory pool for the Plus Ultra pack is some more attachments for that little gun assembly. Don't know what this is. If anybody knows what this thing is called, or what that gun accessory thing is even called, or why he even has it, please let me know. Again, I'm not a My Hero Academia fanatic, so I do not know all the terminology. I just think he's cool. But yeah, that's pretty neat too. And he comes with 2 of these. And then he comes with 6 of these, like, bigger guns. And of course 6 of the little poles as well. So yeah, that's all of the accessories he comes with. Of course, some are locked behind the Plus Ultra pack, but if you definitely like Bakugo, and Deku for that matter, definitely pick up the accessory pack because it does make these guys a lot more fun. And for size comparisons, here he is standing next to the S.H. Figuarts Deku and the S.H. Figuarts Dragon Ball Daima Goku. I think they stand really nicely together. Bakugo is a little bit taller than Deku, which I assume is accurate. If it's not, please let me know in the comments down below, but they look nice together. And he stands, you know, toe-to-toe with how tall Goku is, which is interesting. But yeah, check out my Deku review if you want to see them compared to, if you want to see him compared to some Revoltech figures. I had him standing next to the Red Riot figure, which I've unfortunately put up far away now, and I didn't feel like getting him back down for Bakugo. But I thought they stood at a really nice height next to each other, and I want to say that he's the same size as this Bakugo. But yeah, I think you can mix and blend those lines as much as you want, and it'll still look good. And for some other superhero comparisons, here is standing next to the Marvel Legends animated series Spider-Man, and then the Figma Deadpool. His height with Spider-Man is kind of funny. I'm glad that they made him a little bit taller. He blends in with the Marvel Legends line pretty nicely. And then the Figma Deadpool here, even though he is a little bit taller, I think this looks really nice together as well. I know Deadpool had that manga with the My Hero references in it, so you could definitely have some fun if you have any kind of Deadpool to pair him with. And last but not least, here he is standing next to a Jada Toys DJ and a Jada Toys Cammy. So you can see what he kind of looks like with the Jada Toys line if you wanted some mix and matching there. I think he looks good once again. So for my final thoughts, I like this figure a lot. He's really cool. I think having the accessory set really kind of elevates him. But I don't know, I think I still really like the Revoltech, how the Revoltech did everything. The faces were great, even though it had that like eye switch gimmick, which I am not a fan of. But I think they did it really well. I don't like the knee design on this guy. Like, I just think it's really, really ugly once you bend it. Like, why did they do that? Was there no other way to kind of get that across? But again, I understand he's a toy. So as a toy, he's very fun. He's very fun. I'm glad that they, gave him a lot of range and articulation in his arms, so you could get all of his crazy poses. You can get him all twisted up, doing all kinds of fun stuff. The interesting thing, though, and I just found that out just now, is like if you twist him to the side, you like can't. It's really hard to bring that leg back up. It's just because the plastic is bumping into each other, but you can make it work. So, I mean, he's really cool. He looks fun and awesome in poses. I definitely say, like, if you see him on sale, grab him. If he's your favorite character and this is your favorite outfit, definitely pick him up, because I don't think we're going to get another one anytime soon. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Are you happy with the Revoltech, or do you want the S.H. Figuarts because of this specific costume? Are you going to buy the accessory pack? What other My Hero Academia figures would you like to be made? Me personally, I hope they make Gang Orca. I want them to make Ectoplasm. Like, just please start making more of the teachers. I know the students are cool, but the teachers are cool too. So yeah, thank you guys for watching once again. Take care and have a great rest of your day.